Hi, my name is Mary-Katherine Howard, and this Capstone video is a reflection of the work that I've completed for my Instructional Technology graduate degree. Some of my assignments may seem a year or two dated as I started this program in 2019 prior to COVID. I'm very excited to finally complete my Instructional Technology Master's program as well as my School Library and Media program. This video will go over the 8 standards for the ISTE, the standard 1 of learner, 2 of leader, 3 citizen, 4 collaborator, 5 designer, 6 facilitator, 7 analyst, and 8 coach. Standard 1 learner. The instructional design document encouraged me to research different ways to help my students succeed in a goal. I researched different trends in instructional technology and found a Web 2.0 tool that I felt would be engaging to my students. By staying informed by the latest technologies, I am able to apply evidence-based practices to my students. The article critiques and research review paper taught me how to evaluate and decide if the practice in a research article could be effective and provide recommendations for further research. I feel like this could even be seen as a reflective practice, even though it is not my own work that I am reflecting upon. I am identifying areas for improvement, which in turn is ensuring that the technology is effective and meaningful for learners. Practicum blog and instructional technologist interviews reflect my time spent within the school. I've been able to collaborate with educators, designers, and other professionals in creating instructional materials and models that incorporate technology effectively. I've been able to see what works within classes at many levels of education and learn from a skilled instructional technologist. My Twitter account shows that I continuously keep up with technological advancements. I follow many edtech companies on Twitter and love to see what articles they post daily and their opinions on certain technologies. There have always been different ways that instructional technology can be applied, and they often post things that I would never have thought about. The Horizon discussion allowed me to learn about technology that I did not know about and decide if I felt it could be implemented within my school and what different complications may arise if chosen to implement. Standard 2 Leader. The GREAT proposal allowed me to collaborate with my peers to find a need for a school and create a plan to carry out that need. We were all able to take on a leadership role in the planning of this. Technology Advocate presentation allowed me to choose a beneficial Web 2.0 tool and present as to why it is an engaging tool to incorporate and utilize within my classroom. My production tools curation is for educators and students to have a toolkit when it comes to presentation tools. Instead of researching what websites and tools to use, they can go to my Symbaloo and find resources for audio production, visual design, video production, and presentations. Technology plan evaluation made my peers and I take leadership roles to create a rubric and decide if a technology plan is effective or not. We created this rubric, then evaluated a real school district, followed by creating different recommendations. The last artifact, the technology program administrator, allowed me to evaluate the school I am completing my practicum at its technology program and make recommendations to guide them into excellence. Standard 3 Citizen. The mini lessons allowed me to create lessons for a younger age group to teach them the basic facts of digital citizenship. It teaches them the basics on how to research a topic and how to determine if information that they find on the internet is reliable or not. My Digital Citizen Toolkit was created for educators as a guide to teach digital citizenship. It includes infographics, mini lessons, and the ISTE standards. The ethical use of information curation was created for my first artifact of the mini lessons. This is for students and/or educators to have as a toolkit of how to use the information they find on the internet correctly. This gives them information on copyright, citing sources, fair use, and plagiarism. Lastly, the Digital Citizenship Rules and Behaviors infographic I created is a small infographic that gives students a quick look of what it looks like to be a good digital citizen. It gives a brief overview of cyberbullying and different rules to ensure their online safety. Standard 4 Collaborator. My professional development, I completed a needs-based assessment for the educators at my practicum site. From there, I created a professional development workshop on the Web 2.0 tool seesaw, which included collaboration among teachers of how to utilize it within their classrooms. The evaluation of educational needs and programs allowed me to collaborate with my colleagues in the course, and we evaluated the Braxton County needed assistance in their mathematics and problem-based learning. We saw that once the educators were trained, they would need an implementation evaluation to see if they were implementing what they learned correctly. My strategic management plan gave me the opportunity to evaluate my current school's media center and decide on how we can make it better. The school was a Title I school, and while it received decent funds, it was lacking in procedures and utilization. Not many educators used the media center, and it was essentially a place to check out books, and that was it. My school media specialist and I had fun creating a wish list of what we would want to change if money were not an issue. Standard 5 Designer. My professional development workshop allowed me to design a professional development based on a needs assessment I conducted. I chose the Web 2.0 tool of Seesaw to help the educators incorporate technology into their lessons and close the digital divide that they are seeing between the lower and the upper grades. The Instructional Design Unit guided me to go through the design process, which laid the foundation for the entirety of my graduate program. It had me identify a learning problem, create a learner analysis, a task analysis, procedural analysis, create instructional objectives, and development of assessments. The Digital Information Fluency mini lesson allowed me to take the subject of digital citizenship and apply it to my first graders. The book trailer had me plan and create a book trailer that would entice my students to want to read. Lastly, the production resources curation gave me the opportunity to design a toolkit for educators and students to use. I researched different resources to create this, but I like the simplicity of simply. Standard 6 Facilitator. My professional online learning module allowed me to create and implement a series of online lessons for my students to increase their reading fluency. This is my first time of implementing an online lesson for my students where they had to navigate different components on their own, but they seemed to pick it up fairly quickly. My professional development gave me the opportunity to create and facilitate a workshop based on a needs assessment. I did have technical difficulties during my professional development workshop. However, the teachers responded very well with the overall success of the workshop and have already utilized what they learned from me. Standard 7 Analyst. In Key Assessment 1, I was able to take technology-based assessments, evaluate them for validity, reliability, and differentiation, then create a plan on how to improve the assessments. Key Assessment 2 allowed me to take data, analyze it, and create an improvement plan. The Technology Program Administrator guided me into analyzing my Practicum Sites technology program. This was really neat to do, and I feel like I better understand how to align goals and visions to a program. Lastly, the evaluation plan was completed with my colleagues. I felt like I could be 100% objective on this plan as it was not my personal district that we were evaluating. Standard 8 Coach. The professional development workshop allowed me to coach the participants during and after the session. I've had the educators come to me with supporting questions after I taught, and I have been able to coach them in additional steps. I would like to hold another in a few weeks to give additional support. The instructional screencast, plan, and video gave me the opportunity to teach educators how to use technology within the classroom. While it may seem a little outdated now post-COVID, it was very helpful whenever I completed it in 2019. The professional development grant proposal allowed me to work collaboratively by creating a plan for a district to become proficient in their smart boards. I enjoyed doing this as a group project because it showed me that you can be a team and still coach educators.